Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel for everything Arsenal and everything football. Thanks for being here again. I hope you're all doing well. And in today's video, I'm gonna be taking a look at 5 players that could replace Aubameyang at Arsenal if he decides to leave. I know I've done a video recently talking about 3 reasons why we should keep Aubameyang. I'll link it up in the YouTube card right now. But if all those reasons don't really justify his position at Arsenal and he doesn't want to stay at Arsenal and maybe the board and something have different stuff planned and we end up selling him, then these are the 5 players that not actually the players that I think could replace him, but some players that have been tipped to replace him and some that I would want to replace him, but I'll have all 5 of them combined on this list. Just before I get into that, thanks for all the support. For more content, I have a Patreon page. I'll link it up down in the description. I have a Facebook page, Instagram, if you want to follow me there for more content. I'll appreciate it. Thanks for supporting the channel. Make sure you subscribe if you're enjoying this content. And let's just get into the 5 players that could, I'll stress that again, could replace Aubameyang. Number 5, this is a player that people have been talking about since we've been hearing stories of Aubameyang leaving, and of course it's Luka Jovic from Real Madrid. This is a player that I saw him play for the first time last season during the Europa League run, and I actually played really well when they played Chelsea in the semi-final of the Europa League, and they were quite unlucky not to get into the final. Of course, Chelsea smashed us in the final, but I actually do have a feeling if Frankfurt beat Chelsea, I think they went to a penalty shootout, I think we would have actually won that cup. But unfortunately, things didn't quite work out as we wanted. And Chelsea won and we lost that cup final. Jovic, his combination with Hala, the guy who's the striker at West Ham right now, was really deadly. They scored goals after goals after goals. And that was the reason Frankfurt did quite well last season, 2018-2019 season. And Real Madrid splashed the cash. They splashed £58 million, around 61 million euros. And they thought they had a good buy. And I actually didn't know how it would work out for them since they already have Benzema, Bale, Hazard. And as I thought, it never really worked out until now. Last season, he scored 27 goals in 48 games in all competitions. He's a finisher and he'll get for you a goal a game. But at Real Madrid, it hasn't really worked out. Same for Hazard, actually. I don't know if it's because he doesn't play every game, but I know people have actually said that you can't judge someone because of one season or one bad move or something like that. But you could also say maybe the top level teams is not where he should be. You could say something like that. I know Arsenal is not at the top level right now, but if we want to get at the top level, maybe Jovic at Real Madrid does show us maybe he's not fully fit for playing for a big team or taking you to the big time level, maybe. But for the advantages are that he's young, he has time to improve. Maybe if we sign him, Arteta has a lot of time to improve him. I think he's 22 years of age, he's about to turn 23. So we have a lot, he has a lot to learn still. He's not like the likes of Benzema who've been linked with us, who's like 32. So Jovic has a lot of time to learn. And yeah, since we've been linked with him so much, he is going to make my number 5. Number 4, Mousa Dembele, another player who's been linked by a lot of teams. He played for Fulham when they were in the championship before they came to the league and got relegated again. He played for Celtic, scored a bunch of goals. It actually always feels like any striker who plays for Celtic gets a bunch of goals. Right now he's playing for Lyon and he's already scored 22 goals in 42 appearances. He's been really, I don't know if it's like in total or just this season, but he's scored 22 goals in 42 appearances. He's only 23 years of age. Good striker, can play for you from the left, from the right, and as a striker. He hasn't played in the Premier League before, but he's played in England before. He's lived in England before. As I've said, he's played for Fulham, so it wouldn't really take time to adapt a lot and or bring stuff like work permit, like for those players who come from Brazil and Argentina. So it will be a straight buy straight into the team. He's gonna make my number 4, but I'm not quite sure about him. Can he really replace Aubameyang? If you are going to buy him to add to what we have, like Aubameyang and Lacazette, then that would be a good buy. But to come and replace and be our main striker, I'm not quite sure about that. But Mousa Dembele is number 4. Number 3 is another player who's been mentioned a lot, Timo Werner from Leipzig. But of course, a player like this one, you'll have to splash 70 million. I first saw Timo Werner play for Germany in the Confederations Cup, I think 2-3 years ago, and he was really good. Scored goals. His pace is he's very quick. Scores goals for Leipzig, and yeah, he's one of the upcoming top strikers right now. If you're mentioning top 5 upcoming strikers, you'd probably mention him after the likes of Lewandowski, Benzema, Higuain, Aubameyang, Ronaldo, Messi are gone. Then you'll have people like Timo Werner and maybe people like Martinelli, people like Greenwood, the next generation. And Timo Werner is on that list. He's lethal in front of goal, fantastic. He could be, for me, I don't really mind him. He can play as a number 9 and maybe replace Lacazette at Arsenal. But as I've said, I want those players to stay. Can we really sell Lacazette and Aubameyang for a combined maybe 60-70 million and then splash all that 70 million for Timo Werner? Are you trying to tell me Timo Werner is worth both Aubameyang and Lacazette? I don't really think so. So Timo Werner makes my number 3 of the players that could possibly replace Aubameyang and both Aubameyang and Lacazette at Arsenal. Number 2 is gonna go to a player who's been mentioned by a few people but not really been linked to Arsenal, and that's Raul Jimenez. Raul Jimenez, since he joined the Premier League, since Wolves joined the Premier League last season, he's been scoring goal after goal after goal. He's been playing with 2 players that I would also want at Arsenal. Diogo Jota, who won the E-Series competition where they were playing against each other, and he won the tournament against Alexander Arnold in the final. He actually knows how to play FIFA, so that could be a good thing for the players that we have, the ones who like such stuff. He, as I've said, the combination with Traore and Diogo Jota, really, really good. He can score from headers. He scores penalties. He can jump over tall defenders. He can pass 2-3 defenders. He scores with his left, scores with his right. So he could be a good addition. And for him, I actually do think he can be a replacement for Lacazette, but not really quite for Aubameyang. He's of good age. He's not yet 30. He's in the middle age where the players should be like in their prime right now. So I don't really mind him as at Arsenal, but will Wolves really sell him? And if they sell him, we'd probably have to pay something like 80 million. And Arsenal, as you know, we are trying to scrap for players on loan and players who are free, and I don't really think you can afford him. Number 1, finally, Lautaro Martinez from Inter Milan. I know another player who can probably cost 90 or 100 million. His combination with Lukaku this season has been fantastic. He's one of those players who plays like Firmino and plays like the way I would want Lacazette to play for Arsenal as a number 10. If he doesn't score the goals, he can link up the play with the main striker. He can move to the right. He can move to the left. He can come back to defense. He can do a lot of things for you. And he scores a lot of goals from the left, from the right, gets one-on-ones, from headers. He's a really, really good player, and I've been impressed. One of the main reasons why Inter Milan is number 1, number 2 this season, and that is a player that would really want to see at Arsenal. But again, such kind of players would take time to adapt in England, in a new country, and we're not quite sure how he's gonna play in England. We're not sure about his injuries and stuff. As we've said about Jovic, went to Real Madrid, didn't work out. Will it work out at Arsenal? But for me, I really like his energy, so it's a player I would really want at Arsenal. So Lautaro Martinez makes my number 1. And a few players I'd mentioned that maybe could come. Martins from Napoli is his contract is ending at the end of the season, so we could work with that. But his salary, we're not sure about that. Benzema too. He's been mentioned, but I don't really want him at Arsenal. Rodrigo Moreno from Valencia, very, very expensive. Not quite sure if he can play for us, but he normally gets himself into nice positions from the right as a striker, in behind the striker. So Daniel Malen from, I think he plays for PSV, is a good mention, played for Arsenal before, scores a lot of goals for PSV. Jonathan David, 20 years of age, scored 23 goals already this season, plays for Ghent. Barca are interested, so you know what that means. When teams like Barcelona and PSG are interested in a player, we always doomed and we never end up getting a player. It's really rare that players choose Arsenal over Real Madrid or Barcelona. Some do, but long time ago and not really right now. Let me know which of these strikers you'd want to keep. Would you actually sell Aubameyang and Lacazette and get 1 or 2 new strikers, or would you try and get rid of Laka or Aubameyang? Which one would you get rid of first? Let me know in the comments section. Make sure you click on the links in the description and support my channel. Thanks for stopping by again. Thanks for watching. More content coming soon. Make sure you stay safe, take care of yourself, and I'll talk to you later.